The following is a presentation of the United Wrestling Network.
Welcome to Championship Wrestling, presented by West Coast Pro Wrestling. Bimbo Jimbo here with the timeless one, Levi Shapiro.
The United Wrestling Television Champion, Levi Shapiro.
That's right. You're making your first title defense tonight on this very program. So what can you tell us about your opponent? We're all in the dark.
You're going to be in the dark just a little longer there, pal, because we have selected an opponent, and he was ripe for the plucking. And you just wait. We're going to add some sugar, we're going to add some cinnamon, and it's going to be a sweet little treat for you and for you out there.
Well, I think that's all we're going to get right now, but what I can tell you is later on in the program, Ray Rosas will defend his Arizona State Championship against E.J. Sparks. Let's take it to ringside.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the New Japan Pro Wrestling LA Dojo, weighing in at 195 pounds, Clark Connors.
Set to kick off action this week on Championship Wrestling, and certainly somebody who looks more than ready and all kinds of amped up is Clark Connors of the LA Dojo of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely a young lion out of the LA Dojo for 2 years, and every opportunity is an opportunity to prove that he is ready to graduate.
And introducing his opponent from Music City, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the best wrestler alive, Platinum Max Caster.
Do you guys hear my song? You guys like it? My song?
Yes, we hear
We
it.
enjoy it.
Thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs
Yep.
up.
Thumbs up for
Yes.
Platinum Max Caster.
We heard it when you faced BHK. We liked it then too. It hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Hasn't soured on me. But here he is, the hitmaker, Platinum Max Caster, the self-proclaimed best wrestler alive. Came up short in his match with BHK, but a great showing, including hitting that mic drop elbow.
I gotta say, I love Caster's enthusiasm.
I don't know that the young lion will share your sentiment. The young lion, there you see it. Ice water through the veins of Clark Connors out of the LA Dojo, the captain of the LA Dojo. You talked about graduating. That's something that one of his former teammates, Carl Fredericks, has done to the main roster. We saw Fredericks on Primetime Live in a great matchup with Slice Boogie. Step takedown there, single leg takedown, right to his fundamental skills early.
But Caster, great ring awareness, able to make it to the ropes to force the break.
That was very smart movement by Caster because the way that Connors was picking his leg up, he was looking to turn him over into a half crab, which is a very dangerous submission hold.
And of course, Connors is known for that Boston Crab, as the Young Lions are. It's their weapon of choice when putting people away. As we kick things off, still to come, we're told that we're going to have Levi Shapiro's first title defense since stealing the United Television title. That forthcoming in our main event, plus so much more here on Championship Wrestling. Caster backing up Connors, and Connors.
Look at just so calloused after such intensive training at the LA Dojo. Clark Connors, I don't think. Oh, he says that's how you chop someone.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's definitely eating a lot of shots. You got to believe in the LA Dojo. Double shot now. And, man, he's just so efficient, Blake. There's no wasted. It's very intense, but it's also very efficient, talking about Connors.
I'm a big fan of the strong-style Japanese approach to professional wrestling. He comes in, he gets aggressive, and he starts putting it on his opponent.
We talk about his training, but no!
Wow. Ate all of that post.
Oh, gosh, looking for a spear, but couldn't. Max Caster dodged right away.
Yeah, that's one of the downsides of aggression is sometimes you can get overly aggressive and put yourself in a bad spot, as we saw Connors there.
Boy, look at Max Caster go to work on that arm, isolating it now into the cover. great job capitalizing on what Connors gave to him with that mistake. Charged in to the corner. Castor caught it and immediately started working on that shoulder.
Castor, though, you gotta be careful. Is he doing a little bit too much showy? I know he's, a hip-hop rapper. He's got plenty of swag for days, but stuff like that gets you into a predicament like this against Connors.
Oh, man, great takedown defense there by Clark Connors, Blake. Nullifying the suplex, comes up with the power slam.
Connors has been showing fantastic collegiate-style wrestling. Early on, we saw him hit a single leg, then a high crotch, and right there, that takedown defense. I'm actually enjoying Connors' high-level grappling.
Boy, I think looking for that spear again, turned it into a pinning combination, did Max Castor. This time gets that suplex. That's going to put a lot of pain on that shoulder and wasting no time. Might be time for the mic drop. There it is. Calls his shot. Center of the ring. Big victory for Castor. Not yet.
And Connors has just been virtually undefeated, whether it's multi-man or singles competition. Max Castor now trying to end that and prove that he is, in fact, the best wrestler alive.
Blake, that shoulder hit in the post was a huge turning point in what has been a competitive matchup.
It wasn't. Castor is not letting Connors get a foot back under him since he landed shoulder first into the ring post. Castor's also doing a fantastic job of controlling Connors' hips by staying exactly above him, keeping Connors' hips directly below his. Fantastic escape by Connors.
Yeah, but even that had to put pressure on it. There's the spear, and they're not going to waste any time. Right into that crab. Castor in big trouble, no choice but to tap. Wow.
Here is your winner, Clark Connors.
Came down to who was going to counter. Last counter's best. Let's take a look back at the action. Brought to you by Prime Time Live. I'd love to see Clark Connors live on pay-per-view. Here we see it, guys, the big spear. And look at this, no wasted motion, immediately turns it into the crab.
And turning it into the crab, and you can see Max Castor tapping right away. The LA Dojo, it trains its wrestlers, and people in Japan, they don't tap out quite as easily, but here at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, people tap out right away to the Boston Crab.
And we're going to hear what another impressive victory, overcoming that shoulder injury throughout the matchup. And our broadcast colleague, John Roberts, is getting in position, standing by to get a word with Connors.
All right. Thank you, Todd. Here with Clark Connors. Congratulations on that victory, Clark. Since you've been here on Championship Wrestling, you have been incredibly impressive. Great combat skills, great fighting. What's your secret?
I don't have a secret. It's what we do. It's how I've been trained. Everyone is going to come at me. Anyone in the future. It doesn't matter if it's New Japan, if it's right here, Championship, or anywhere. I'm going to break you like I do everybody else. Because I'm the captain of the LA Dojo. And I'm here to stay.
Clark Connors looks very impressive. A force to be reckoned with for sure. We'll be right back on Championship Wrestling.
Pulaski Kirker sponsors this paid advertisement for legal services and is responsible for legal services. Attention! Have you or a loved one suffered from pigmentary maculopathy, which is a serious retinal injury, after taking the prescription drug Elmiron for interstitial cystitis or bladder pain syndrome?
Call 1-800-943-3072.
You may be entitled to significant compensation. In 2018, a researcher at the Emory School of Medicine linked Elmiron, a prescription drug that treats interstitial cystitis or bladder pain syndrome, to maculopathy, which is sight-threatening and can cause an abrupt change of vision, difficulty adjusting to dim light, and difficulty reading. If you were prescribed Elmiron and suffer from damage to your vision, call our law firm for a free legal consultation. You may be entitled to significant compensation. There are no fees unless we win your case and collect damages for you.
Call 1-800-943-3072. That's 1-800-943-3072.
If the coronavirus can cause this, or this, what's going to happen when the next crisis occurs? Will it lead to this? Or even this? What do you think? You think the next devastating economic event is going to be? And what do you think is going to happen to the value of paper currency? That's going to be worth a lot less, which means your savings, retirement funds, your IRAs, they're going to be less too. But you can protect yourself right now by calling Great American Gold. They can help you protect what you have by owning gold and precious metals, because when stocks go down, the value of gold goes up. Precious metals provide a safe haven when the world is in turmoil. You're going to be protected against market crashes, inflation, and world events. So call Great American Gold right now for a free consultation to get a free investor guide, free investor kit, and up to $3,000 in bonus metals too.
Call 1-800-593-1848, 1-800-593-1848.
Broken refrigerator? $2,500. Busted air conditioning? $4,000. Get an American Residential Home Warranty Plan, and when a covered appliance or system breaks, we'll repair it or replace it. Why let a major appliance or system breakdown wipe out your savings? Or deal with the headache of finding quality service people?
Their service is great. You can call them 24 hours a day. ARW is so professional. They handled my claim right away.
Get a home security system free with any plan. Call American Residential Warranty. They'll get you covered.
And introducing his opponent from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 276 pounds, the Neon Phenomenon, Anthony Idol.
And Alyssa, Anthony Idol, the Neon Phenomenon, recently back in the win column with a big victory over the very tough Jesse James.
You know, Anthony Idol lives his life cranked up to 11, and the Neon Phenomenon is here to prove it once more against Jordan Cruz.
Got to be impressed, though, Blake, with the youngster Jordan Cruz. I mean, he stepped up to the Dirty Daddy Chris Dickinson live on pay-per-view and Primetime Live, and now he faces, a common opponent at Dickinson, another man that stepped up to Dickinson in Anthony Idol. Your thoughts on the youngster, the great athlete, how he can contend with the size of Anthony Idol?
You know, when you have a guy with such a significant size difference, I'd like to see him use his speed and be able to stay away from Anthony Idol. We don't want to see a head-on collision because we have seen Anthony Idol go head-on with guys and he tosses them around just like that.
It's exactly what Idol did to the Dirty Daddy as well. But in talking to Anthony Idol, Alyssa, he seems frustrated. He's come so close. Made it to the finals of the PP3 Cup. He's come so close in championship matches. He wants to get gold around his waist.
Anthony Idol, if we recall from the program, was trying to answer the open challenge from Watts when he was still holding the Heritage title, but skirted by Ray Rosas, who then went on to win the title. Anthony Idol actually thought that Ray Rosas was cashing in his PP3 Cup at the time, but now, you're right, that frustration, Todd, has really gotten to Anthony Idol, and it's firing it up more than ever.
And I think bravado maybe has gotten to Jordan Cruz here. I don't think I would want to take on the Neon Phenomenon in a classic test of strength. I mean, he seemingly has all the advantage, but nice switch up there by Cruz and goes to work, transitions to strikes.
That was actually a very smart move by Jordan Cruz because the first two times we saw him try and go head-to-head with Anthony Idol, he just got tossed. So he pretended like he was going head-to-head, threw the kick in, and got a little bit of damage on Idol.
Oh, gonna get some frequent flyer miles there. Gets elevated into the backdrop. He usually takes to the skies for the interception when he was a defensive back in college football. This isn't the way that Cruz wants to fly around, Alyssa.
Just think about the power, the strength. Oh, and a big slam from Anthony Idol. Anthony Idol, this guy's got a 500-pound deadlift record. He's absolutely incredible. Just such a powerhouse in the ring. But, Jordan Cruz, another big blow absorbed.
What a big power slam that was, and then right back to the strikes. Anthony Idol, a more deliberate punishing Anthony Idol here, and another elbow again, Blake.
I think that we're seeing a little bit of a different Anthony Idol after some of the frustrations we've seen with the Ray Rosas, losing the PP3 Cup, missing the Heritage Belt opportunity against Watts. He's been coming in with something to prove. Came off a tough loss to Dickinson. He's back on the winning horse, and now he's putting it on Cruz.
What a nasty forearm there, one that Thunderlips would be proud of, as if to say, no, not yet, not for the meatball. But now Showtime living up to that moniker. Look at this, great young athlete, fly, uses his whole body, back elbow, takes the big man down. Idol is rocked, but is he rocked enough? This smart there, I think that Cruz knew he hadn't done enough, and he's got to keep the pedal to the metal.
What he needs to do is continue this agility stuff, staying out of the way of Idol, and potentially doing some of these high-flying attacks. They are paying off. If he continues this head-to-head, though, as we've seen, he's going to continue to get slammed and tossed around.
That was nasty. The bear hug into the spine buster. There it is. Idol overdrive, driving his way to victory. Yes, indeed.
Here is your winner, Anthony Idol.
And I want it now. Anthony Idol definitely coming out here with something to prove.
Get the ShamWow mask made in Germany and the USA. It's made with the same high-tech material used to make professional-grade masks. But the thing is, you can't wash these. ShamWows are machine-washable, reusable, and disposable masks. Come on, you're wasting them like you're a billionaire at a nightclub. Check this out. ShamWows are infused with real zinc to help fight and stop bacteria and other microbes. It's light, breathable, and has a cotton inner layer for comfort. Almost all cloth masks are made with woven fibers, which allow airborne germs and viruses to get through easily. But ShamWow is non-woven and prevents microbes from entering, keeping you safe and sound. So you get it all. Comfort, zinc, reusability, and the best protection. Most masks sold on TV are made overseas. I love imported products too, but quality-wise, go with the USA. And you save the environment. Forget the environment. Save yourself.
Get your ShamWow mask with zinc for only $29.99 plus free shipping. But if you call now, you'll get a second ShamWow mask free. Just pay for processing.
Call 1-800-398-1708 or go to buyshamwowmask.com and enter promo code MASK41. Order now.
Do you use Viagra or Cialis? Have you been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 or more a pill for Viagra, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. Stop overpaying for expensive prescriptions. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call now and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for Viagra. Call us anytime, day or night, and start saving big money for the exact same results. Have your credit card ready. Ordering is fast and easy, with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. Call now.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my passion has always been to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. TV has helped MyPillow become the amazing company that it is today. So my employees and I want to thank you with some of our best prices ever. Go to MyPillow.com right now and click on TV specials. You'll get deep discounts on MyPillows, mattress toppers, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regular $89.99 for only $29.99 with your promo code.
I'm Danny Limelight Rivera, and I've been a main event player here at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood since I got here. See, it's time for a change. That good boy stuff ain't working. So I think it's time for me to go back to my roots. I'm coming straight from the bodega, and I got my hermano here. I'm the king fat boy, Papa Wesco. When night falls, goons lurk. And in the bodega, that's true. I'm from the bodega, Papi, where you can get anything you need, including a beatdown.
Welcome to the bodega, it's the Boricua savior. Ain't nobody great as me.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a singles match. Introducing first, from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 190 pounds, VSK!
VSK, impressive, the current Create-A Pro heavyweight champion in New York under the tutelage of the likes of Brian Myers, Pat Buck, the makings of a star, and he'll put that to the test here in Hollywood.
And introducing his opponent, from Agua Dulce, California, weighing in at 350 pounds, Sweet Robin Shaw!
Sweet Robin Shaw gonna go it alone here, guys. Impressive competitor, of course, part of the Friendship Farm, along with Jervis, and also made an appearance on Primetime Live, pay-per-view, but right back here to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
But now, unfortunately, we're seeing the Friendship Farm has suffered a string of losses recently. You got to wonder where the mindset of Sweet Robin Shaw is in this matchup.
I haven't heard of VSK, but he definitely looks confident coming out here.
Well, as he should be. You know, he's had a great camp. Great schooling. Oh, boy.
But is he into hugs?
Apparently, in the sake of sportsmanship, he'll go for it here. Will VSK, Vinny King.
I asked him about the S, and he wouldn't tell me.
Oh,
a little mysterious.
Yes.
Stands for secret.
I say suspicious.
Quite possibly, but he's also, you know, stalwart.
Sure. Stoic. Championship Wrestling brought to you by the letter S. And VSK taking over.
A side headlock.
Okay, side headlock, yes. Well played.
That was smart for VSK to just go right around Robin Shaw. I don't like it when littler guys try and tie up guys that have significant weight differences on them. They typically get tossed around, so it was very smart technical wrestling by VSK.
And that's certainly the case here. Big size discrepancy between VSK and Sweet Robin Shaw. Robin Shaw backs him up. We're going to get some more sportsmanship. No, Shaw going for the Irish whip. Wow, what a hip toss by the big man.
Talk about getting your air miles in. Holy moly.
Yeah, might send him right back to New York, right back to the East Coast.
See, that was set up by just a traditional tie-up. They came in, he tied straight up with him, and then got tossed around by Robin Shaw. You can't do that again.
Matches like this, really important to factor in potentially to championship action down the line. Oh, got slipped up a little bit, but got just enough of that missile drop kick to take down the big man. Made it hard for Shaw to be able to time any kind of counter. And now dropping the knee is VSK going to work. And that's a big part of the equation here, I would think, when you're facing Shaw. Blake is getting him horizontal on the canvas.
If you can get a guy on his back, you can stay on top of him and kind of ride him out, particularly when there's a significant size difference like this. If you can get on a big guy's back, you have a great chance of being able to choke him out. I would have liked to have seen VSK do a better job of trying to control Robin Shaw, prevent him from getting back on his feet, because now he's going to have to get that big man back down.
And a singles match like this, Alyssa, is really going to test the conditioning of Sweet Robin Shaw. Because if he gets huffing and puffing in there, he can't go reach out and make a tag and bring Jervis in and retain some of his energy. So I think Robin Shaw's built more for a sprint than a marathon. He's got to try and make quick work out of VSK.
You're absolutely right. Jervis is usually in the ring for him, doing the tickling, rocking him to sleep. But Sweet Robin Shaw, takes a big DDT and now a cover.
Talk about sleep. Big man might have got put to sleep. Oh, wow, that was a fraction of a second away from VSK scoring a big, you might say a huge victory over Sweet Robin Shaw. Nasty punch there.
You see that right to the back of the ear. That definitely wobbled Robin Shaw. He might be a little bit out right now.
VSK is a great athlete. He's got speed and strength. He's got lethal striking. He's putting it all together. A great all-around performer.
Something I really like is the precision of VSK's punches. He's not just throwing them out there. A few of those strikes were right behind the ear, and that's a perfect place to hit somebody to take their equilibrium out.
VSK off top, big frog splash, hit all of it. Is he gonna put him away? No! Robin Shaw's got something left in that sizable gas tank of his and continues to battle.
A big gas tank, a big heart, showing so much of it in this match. Robin Shaw super resilient against VSK.
For a guy who's so nice, he's a lot tougher than he looks. If you looked at Robin Shaw, he comes out with a big smile on his face. You wouldn't think this dude is as tough as he is.
On Primetime Live, weeks ago, he was trading with the Real Money Brothers, who are very physical. More just shot after shot, more volume of strikes by VSK, but that's okay when it only takes one on the other side, guys.
Those are some big limbs to come flying at you like that, and it put VSK right on his back.
Oh,
again,
man.
One shot and he's down.
Another wicked chop.
And listen to the energy, that almost animalistic roar of Sweet Robin Shaw. There's a newfound aggression in him.
Would you say it's razzmatazz?
I would say it's a touch on the razzmatazz. I mean, you got to think, overall, the Friendship Farm has made such an evolution in their style from all of the silliness, all the fun and games. There's a real aggression, a real physicality to Robin Shaw in the ring.
Yeah, including, got the sweet victory. Tick, tick, boom. And VSK not moving here. Robin Shaw pulls him over into the cover. Sweet, sweet victory indeed.
Here is your winner, Sweet Robin Shaw.
I really respect the perseverance of Sweet Robin Shaw. He ate a lot of punishment in this matchup, kept fighting.
Absolutely. So much heart shown by Sweet Robin Shaw, whether he's on his own, whether he's joined by Jervis. You can see it in Robin Shaw.
More action coming your way. 2 title matches still coming here on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my passion has always been to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. TV has helped MyPillow become the amazing company that it is today. So my employees and I want to thank you with some of our best prices ever. Go to MyPillow.com right now and click on TV specials. You'll get deep discounts on MyPillows, mattress toppers, sheets, and so much more. For example, you can get body pillows regular $89.99 for only $29.99 with your promo code.
Millions have trusted Omega XL to relieve their pain for the last 15 years.
No amount of money would have me put my reputation on the line to endorse a product. This product works.
Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind anti-inflammatory supplement formulated to help relieve pain caused from inflammation in your back, knees, neck, and joints.
Since I've been taking Omega XL, I feel like a new man. I get up in the morning and I'm ready for the day.
Omega XL is not fish oil. The secret is it's sourced from green-lipped mussels, only found in the pristine waters of New Zealand. It contains a blend of over 30 fatty acids compared to common fish oil. It would take 10 fish oil capsules to get the same benefits of one Omega XL.
Why not spend your money on something that works? I mean, this works.
Omega XL has sold for $70, but today we reduced the price to $39.95. Call now to receive Larry's special offer, a second bottle free, a value of $140 for just $39.95. But you must call now.
And if it didn't work, I wouldn't be backing it.
Attention! States are now requiring you to always wear a face mask in public. Stop wasting money on disposable masks you throw away every day. Introducing Copper Shape, the smart technology copper-infused mask that is reusable, machine washable, lightweight, and comfortable. Copper is one of the oldest, most effective antibacterial, antiviral substances on Earth. Now you can maximize safety while harnessing all the power of copper. Call or go online now and order your Copper Shape reusable face mask for as little as $9.99. They ship immediately from the USA. Copper Shape's breathable form-fitted design gives you all-day comfort with the properties of copper-infused fabric designed to fit everyone. To order, call now and get your own Copper Shape face mask for as low as $9.99, and the shipping is free. You can save over $30 with this special TV offer. Call now or go online to getcoppershape.com. They are not sold in stores, ships immediately, and are fully guaranteed. So call now.
Welcome back to Championship Wrestling. Clint Armstrong here with my guest at this time, Dan Joseph. Now, Dan, in 2 weeks, you get your rematch for the United Television Championship. Who that champion will be, we'll find out later tonight. But how do you feel going into this rematch for that title?
Look, I feel great, all right, because I know, and you know, it's going to be Levi Shapiro. Because not many people can take me out. We've seen it, and Levi did. After he had a chance, after another chance, because I kept beating him. I beat him here. I beat him Primetime Live. Fastest win of my career. And they want another match, another rematch. What for? You saw what it was for. It was to cheat. Again. To distract. Low blow. Loaded glove. Everything. That's what it took. And that's what they did. So, okay. That's cool, then. That's cool. I got my rematch. We got new rules we're playing by. Okay, let's play.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 205 pounds, Snipes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, what's my name? What's his name? It's Snipes, known by many as Hype. Snipes came out here from Philadelphia to pursue acting and athleticism, and he can do it all. Come on, what's my name? Let's go!
And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Golden Boy, Jordan Clearwater.
Well, Blake, I would say that training in Black House MMA has certainly paid dividends. The Golden Boy has looked phenomenal in recent action.
He has, man. I said it when I first started training with him, that this kid is a sponge, and the sky is the limit for him. And he's been coming here to the United Wrestling Network and putting it all on the line, and been using that Midas touch to take home W after W.
Yeah, great wins. Likes of E.J. Sparks, and it transferred over to pay-per-view as well, Alyssa. You were on hand. Big victory on the debut of Primetime Live as Jordan Clearwater hit that Midas touch to perfection on Will all day. An impressive victory.
It certainly was, and I know Blake has talked about the fact that Jordan Clearwater has really perfected that Midas touch, that big boot. He can hit it from anywhere, and it's absolutely devastating.
Tough opposition though here in Snipes, and you talk about training, you talk about camps. Let's talk about this. Snipes was trained by none other than the legendary Gangrel, the Vampire Warrior. Gangrel's wrestling asylum out there in Florida. Also spent some time with the likes of, of Rikishi, Black Pearl, and Knox Pro Wrestling. So he's had great training as well. And there you see it, fundamentally sound, takes down Jordan Clearwater. Now, what have you worked on in terms of, as he goes for the cover, groundwork with the Golden Boy?
So we've done everything from submission attacking, submission defense, takedowns. Our training has been a little bit of everything. It's mixed martial arts work that works everywhere. So he's very well-rounded. It hasn't just been the striking that we've been working on.
So you've turned him into just an all-around freestyle fighter at this point in your estimation?
He's a killing machine, man. And that Midas touch, it is lights out. Beautiful transitions by both guys here. Snipes is very well versed in standing submission grappling.
Snipes actually moved to Los Angeles from the East Coast. Oh, are the shoulders down or is he? Oh, okay, only a 1 count. Snipes able to make his way out.
Jordan Clearwater did a fantastic job of getting the upper hand there to get leverage to put Snipes on his back. Snipes had him in that top wrist lock, but the leverage adjustment was able to give Jordan Clearwater the takedown.
You're right, though, Alyssa. Snipes came out here looking for stardom. He's paying for it right now. It could be a tough go at it when people move out looking to make it in the biz, as they say, and he's getting smothered right now by the Golden Boy.
But still finding himself under the bright lights of Hollywood is Snipes. Got to look on the bright side, Todd. Yep. Oh, but...
And Snipes is tough, but this is not where you want to be. And I do believe, just from the eye test here, Blake, that the Golden Boy has really worked on his weight training and has put on some size as well.
Absolutely. We have not just been doing skill training. We've been doing a lot of physical training. His endurance, his power output, his strength. Everything is on point.
You want to talk about output, you talk about that sharp back elbow by Snipes. It found its mark. Reversal might have rocked him. Drops down. Nice shot there. Snipes, very elusive. Goes upstairs with the head kick. Stealing a little page out of the Golden Boy playbook. And only comes out with a 1 count, though.
So we saw Jordan take a few shots right there, starting with that back elbow in the corner. We saw him get a little frustrated. When people start fighting with emotions, they get a little sloppy, and we saw that just now with Jordan Clearwater. He's got to keep a level head in there.
Well, trying to keep him level and trying to level him is Snipes. Snipes, a native Philadelphian. He's super brash, a bit of a loudmouth. He's always got something to say. And right now, he's trying to shut up Jordan Cruz by blocking off his airway.
Well, it makes sense. Wasn't Johnny LaQuasto from Philadelphia originally?
This is true.
Not for nothing, just saying. Clearwater. Oh, look at this.
Big right hand there from Snipes.
Takes him off his feet, and you talked about the Golden Boy is eating some shots. He's had a lot of success on Primetime Live, Championship Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, but he is fighting himself in a heck of a battle here with Hype Snipes, living up to the hype.
Snipes is very smart. He's doing damage on that right leg, potentially going to try and take the Midas touch out of the equation. That's a type of defense that I hadn't thought of. Guys want to try and avoid it, this, that, and the other, but why not go head on and just attack the leg so it can't attack you back?
Literally head on. It looked like Snipes gave a headbutt to the hamstring of Jordan Clearwater.
He did indeed, and that's, I think, is that one of the risks that you take? I know that Clearwater's an all-around great fighter, but when an opponent knows that primary weapon is the Midas touch, does it might not force the hand of his opponent to try and make it a non-factor?
It's very smart, Hypes. That's why I say that. I have shown Jordan Clearwater. We've worked plenty on setting up from so many different areas. We've seen him land finishes on Will all day at Primetime Live. A lot of different Midas touch finishes. But we're seeing smart fighting out of Snipes, good tactics in attacking that leg.
You better be careful here. Snipes was flirting with disaster. You can't play around with the Golden Boy, especially in his recent mindset. He's out to prove that he's the best. Measures him now. Clothesline by Clearwater, trying to get some feeling back in that leg. Not sure if he can even utilize the Midas touch at this point, guys.
Here comes the aggression out of Clearwater, though. This is something else we've been working on, is going in and bringing the fight to your opponent.
Ooh, shrugged off the Bulldog, and that might be because the leg is compromised. Snipes, look out here. Uranagi into the cover, deep hook of the leg, putting more pressure on the leg in the process. Only a count of 2. Clearwater is being put through the ringer.
He is being put through the ringer, but I have put this kid in tough spots in training. He's got what it takes to continue hanging in there. He's not in as bad a place, I don't think, than it looks.
Snipes perched up top. What's my name? Well, it's not victorious, not just yet. Misses the elbow, and that might give Jordan the space he needs off the launch pad. There it is! Midas touch. Thanks for playing. Good night. Gets it done.
Here is your winner, Jordan Clearwater.
Impressive victory. We're going to take a look back. Replay brought to you by Primetime Live, live each and every week. Fight TV, traditional pay-per-view. Blake, take us through a look at this Midas touch that took out Snipes.
So as you can see, Snipes had some forward momentum going into that, and it is like a head-on car crash. Those two things slammed together. Midas touch, night, night.
More to come on Championship Wrestling, and standing by, here we go, Clint Armstrong going to get a word with the Golden Boy. Take it away, Clint.
Congratulations, Jordan. Very impressive victory for the Golden Boy.
I'm here to send a message. Richie, Flex, I saw what you did out there. You took advantage of an opportunity and then ran with your tail tucked between your legs and hid. See, I'm no coward. Jordan Clearwater is no coward at all. So I'm calling the two of you out. I'm calling the two of you out. And when we step face to face in that ring, you can run and you can hide. But one thing I can promise you is that I'll be following. And there's only two outcomes. Left leg hospital, right leg cemetery.
If you suffer from everyday aches and pains, turn to the solution millions have trusted to help relieve pain for over 16 years. Omega XL is a powerful drug-free natural anti-inflammatory supplement. The secret is it's sourced from green-lipped mussels found only in New Zealand that are super rich with over 30 healthy fatty acids, shown in decades of research to reduce pain caused by inflammation. It's small and easy to swallow, potent and effective. Call or click now to get our special offer. 2 bottles of Omega XL, a $140 value for only $39.95. But you must act now.
Get the ShamWow mask made in Germany and the USA. It's made with the same high-tech material used to make professional-grade masks. But the thing is, you can't wash these. ShamWows are machine-washable, reusable, and disposable masks? Come on, you're wasting them like you're a billionaire at a nightclub. Check this out. ShamWows are infused with real zinc to help fight and stop bacteria and other microbes. It's light, breathable, and has a cotton inner layer for comfort. Almost all cloth masks are made with woven fibers, which allow airborne germs and viruses to get through easily. But ShamWow is non-woven and prevents microbes from entering, keeping you safe and sound. So you get it all. Comfort, zinc, reusability, and the best protection. Most masks sold on TV are made overseas. I love imported products too, but quality-wise, go with the USA. And you save the environment. Forget the environment. Save yourselves.
Get your ShamWow mask with zinc for only $29.99 plus free shipping. But if you call now, you'll get a second ShamWow mask free. Just pay for processing.
Call 1-800-398-1708 or go to buyshamwowmask.com and enter promo code MASK41. Order now.
If you're like 58% of Americans, you didn't go to college. Or you did, but never finished. Maybe it's the thought of a big, intimidating campus. At Independence University, all classes are held online. Maybe it's the thought of being alone in a sea of students. At Independence U, you'll get a personal support team to help you every step of the way. Maybe it's the cost of all those books and supplies. Online means no books to buy. We even give you a new laptop and tablet to keep when you graduate. Maybe your life doesn't fit typical college classes. At Independence U, our online college fits your schedule. Let's meet a few students.
Independence University held my hand through the process.
Don't be afraid to take the leap because it has changed my life drastically. Just take the first step and you can do it. If I did it, you can do it too.
At IU, there's no barriers to your degree.
Call 1-800-708-9169. 1-800-708-9169.
Welcome back, everybody, to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Still to come, Ray Rosas puts the Arizona State title on the line. He hasn't defended this title in quite some time, but Alyssa certainly has had his distractions.
Absolutely. SoCal distancing has been ever on the mind of Ray Rosas. They truly are everywhere. The entire locker room, but especially Ray Rosas, has been looking over their shoulders.
Blake, as a fighting champion yourself, if you're a champion that is not fully focused, what does it do to you?
It's an extremely dangerous place for a champion to have a dangerous opponent and not have his head inside the ring. Ray Rosas is going to need to keep his head inside the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Arizona State Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 175 pounds, Phoenix's favorite son, E.J. Sparks.
First of two big title matches on this week's Championship Wrestling. E.J. Sparks, a three-time former Arizona State champion, a chance to get a title back, which has been synonymous with success thus far in his career.
And you heard Adnan Qureshi say it, Phoenix's favorite son. Such an honor to his home to recapture that championship.
Time will tell.
And introducing his opponent from Antelope Valley, weighing in at 202 pounds, he is the Hollywood Heritage Champion and the defending Arizona State Champion, Ray Rosas.
Ring announcer Adnan Qureshi clarifying there, as Ray Rosas is the Heritage Champion as well, but it will be the Arizona State title on the line in this big matchup.
You want to talk about championships? Ray Rosas is truly the Grand Slam champion of the United Wrestling Network. He's won the PP3 Cup, which now is probably floating somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. He's a former TV champion, current Heritage champion. He's had the Heritage Tag Team Championships and the Arizona State Championship.
He's done just about all of it, and you'd think he'd have total confidence, but that's not the case. Blake always looking over his shoulder, always a little bit preoccupied, and for good reason with SoCal distancing.
Definitely for good reason. I'm hoping that Ray can keep his head inside those ropes during this matchup. E.J. Sparks is a very dangerous competitor with fantastic hands and fantastic kicks.
And E.J. Sparks has had opportunities at titles recently, the television title, the West Coast Pro title, as part of Primetime Live. But this is the title, the Arizona State title, Alyssa, that's nearest and dearest to his heart.
Certainly, it's so synonymous with his hometown and what it would mean for E.J. Sparks to be the four-time Arizona State champion.
E.J. Sparks, challenger looking good. Big backdrop there, making the champion pay, and follows up. And that's the difference here, where the champion might be distracted. Completely laser focused is the challenger, that man, E.J. Sparks.
And to falter for even a moment is so dangerous when you are in the ring with someone like E.J. Sparks.
He's such a fast striker, EJ, that you got to keep your eyes on him. If Ray takes a second to check the ramp, he might be taking a head kick.
Ray Rosas, well-traveled as well as of late. I've seen him on AEW Dark. Nobody home in the corner. I think one of those beads went flying, or maybe it was a incisor or a molar.
You never know it. The hard hitting that's happening in this ring. But now Ray Rosas looking to looking to retain his title, but
looking to hold on with that suplex. And again, guys, I mean, it's really amazing what Ray Rosas has been able to overcome. A couple title defenses, we look back against Will All Day. The first one was marred with a transmission interruption by SoCal distancing. Then rematch the subsequent week, Ray Rosas successfully retaining. We know the quality of opposition in Will All Day, and again here with a man who's held this very title 3 times in E.J. Sparks.
EJ having held the title before, I think, gives him a big confidence boost coming into this matchup. This is a place he's been. He's won this title 3 times already. His head's there, and he wants to take it home a 4th time.
Nice springboard into the shot there by Sparks. Sense of urgency. He wants to take that title back to Phoenix as Phoenix's favorite son, and to be once again Arizona State champion. But the veteran wears a Ray Rosas. We've seen his resiliency for nearly 10 years here on Championship Wrestling.
But now look at the strikes from E.J. Sparks. E.J. Sparks has a 10-year background in kickboxing. He's actually, for 2 years, been a teacher and a trainer. He's good enough to teach other people how to do what he does. But no, Ray Rosas caught him up.
Fisherman suplex caught him indeed, and fishing for a victory, center of the ring. Couldn't put him away. Nice cradle on that suplex there, Blake.
Absolutely. I'd like to see Ray do a better job of hanging on and staying attached to EJ. As soon as you let EJ get a little space between him, EJ started landing some of those big kicks. If Ray can stay attached to EJ, he can really prevent a lot of the striking and nullify that kicking offense.
Now look at Ray Rosas again, looking around the ring, just kind of checking his surroundings to make sure that SoCal distancing isn't lingering around.
He's definitely taking a look right now. He's looking around. He wants to know. I don't blame Ray, man. He continues to get jumped from behind, but it's a taste of his own medicine. How long has Ray been doing that to people?
Champ
now
had,
it's his turn.
That's a good point. That's a good point. He had that who cares mentality for a long time. Oh, man. The body opened up and now goes upstairs. Does EJ Sparks goes upstairs in a big way.
Quite a barrage of strikes there to set up that big side kick.
Here we go, four-time champ, four-time, no!
Got a nice ring to it, but not if Ray Rosas has anything to say. The veteran finds a way to fight on here in this first of 2 title matches.
So one thing, Ray dug deep there. You can teach a guy skills and techniques all day, but one thing you can't teach him is heart. And that's what got Ray Rosas out there.
And Sparks now recipient of the go behind. And just you look at Sparks as it now distance is created. There he hits it. That big super kick by Rosas. What a beautiful transition to the strike there, Blake.
Ray needs to jump on top right now. He needs to take advantage of how hurt EJ Sparks is right now.
Not immediately capitalizing, though. And Rosas, what's he thinking here? Does he think he goes upstairs, goes for the method of the madness to the elbow? Does he go for the cover? Does he keep the full court press? I mean, Rosas says, Rosas, look at this. Look at that springboard moonsault.
EJ Sparks, something special.
Oh, he sure is. Roundhouse rhythm. And the champ to the outside, or this thing could have been over.
Oh, no, this thing might be over. Right. EJ Sparks to the outside.
The champ is in serious danger right now, but EJ's got to get him back inside the ring if he wants to win the championship title tonight.
Took the plane from Phoenix straight to LAX there. Suicide dive to the outside. And Rosas is not in control of his mental faculties. You talked about EJ something special. So is that roundhouse rhythm that he caught the champ with, and he might be measuring him for part 2.
Oh, Ray looking dazed and confused. But no! Has enough of his faculties.
Oh, my goodness. I think he was trying to jump guard for that spark out there at submission, Blake, but a slingshot job now by Ray Rosas creates distance in his own right. That's one half of the smash and dash. There's the, we saw the dash, now the smash, and might be time for the method to the madness.
It looked like that might have been lights out right there. When you hit a guy in the back of the head, it's not legal in combat sports because guys just get knocked unconscious.
Oh, no,
Wait
look
a
at this.
second.
Whoa.
No!
Oh, no, come on. This has been an incredible title matchup. Not like this. The tag team champions out there. And the ref has no choice. He put his hands on the champion, calls for the bell. It's got to be a disqualification or a no contest. But that's only part of the story here.
EJ standing up for Ray.
Yeah, that's actual respect and sportsmanship.
I have a lot of respect for EJ Sparks right now.
EJ Sparks truly a valiant competitor.
And they didn't allow these jackals to jump. EJ Sparks didn't allow the jackals to jump. We'll be back after this. Main event still to come.
Ready for action in the squared circle.
Stars from around the wrestling world.
And we are witnessing a classic between 2 of the best.
We have made history here tonight.
Look at this atmosphere, incredible.
We're going to come out here and find out who the real man is. Yeah!
Look at the pomp and circumstance.
From coast to coast and around the globe.
History's going to be made.
Has your AC busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW, American Residential Warranty.
Hi, it's me, Anthony Sullivan. And yes, you've actually caught me at home relaxing because life's been pretty worry-free since I got coverage with American Residential Warranty.
Home appliance repairs and replacement can cause stress and cost you over $3,000 per year. But ARW has home warranty plans starting at less than $1 a day.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. It was so hot. I called ARW and they came out and fixed it right away.
You won't believe what ARW covers. Heating and air conditioning, washers and dryers, kitchen appliances, plumbing, water heaters, heaters, electrical systems, flat screens and laptops, even pools and spas, and so much more.
All plans are fully customizable and come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call now and get a home security system free with any plan. Call American Residential Warranty. They'll get you covered.
Call to find out which home warranty plan is right for you.
If you are like 58% of Americans, you didn't go to college. Or you did, but never finished. Maybe it's the thought of a big, intimidating campus. At Independence University, all classes are held online. Maybe it's the thought of being alone in a sea of students. At Independence U, you'll get a personal support team to help you every step of the way. Maybe it's the cost of all those books and supplies. Online means no books to buy. We even give you a new laptop and tablet to keep when you graduate. Maybe your life doesn't fit typical college classes. At Independence U, our online college fits your schedule. Let's meet a few students.
Independence University held my hand through the process.
Don't be afraid to take the leap because it has changed my life drastically. Just take the first step and you can do it. If I did it, you can do it too.
At IU, there's no barriers to your degree.
Call 1-800-708-9169. 1-800-708-9169.
All right, wrestling fans looking to switch gears from one title match to another. You know, that Arizona title match, not the way we wanted things then. 3 weeks ago, not the way we wanted it to end.
See, the question around here is, why'd you do it, Miguel? Why'd you attack Watts? But Watts, I told you, you owe me one. You started this fire. So next week, I want to see if you can show up and handle the smoke.
Wow, all right. What an opportunity for this youngster. We didn't know who the challenger was going to be for Levi Shapiro. Howdy Price pulling Jack Cartwright back behind the curtain. I'm told we're trying to get a camera back there to see what in the world is going on.
Come on, bring it back out. I'm about to have this match. I'm about to have this match. I'm going to win that belt. I'm about to win that belt.
We know you're ready to have a match tonight. We know you want to make a name for yourself, okay? But look. I'm here to present you with an opportunity to make things just a little more easier for yourself.
You got the wrong guy.
No. I got the right guy. Because tell you what. You want to make a name for yourself. You know what a good name for you is? Ben Franklin. Ben Franklin a bunch of times. Just repeat it over and over again. Just take a look inside. Just humor us. Look inside. Look at that there. Huh? Little college tuition for you. Huh? Little textbooks taken care of. Little extra courses you want to take, little electives or whatever they do. Yeah?
And guys, I'm still at a loss for words for what we just saw. Did Cartwright take the payoff? It looks like that envelope is tucked into his knee pad there.
You know, Todd, he was put in such a hard situation, Jack Cartwright. College tuition is super expensive. It's the power of the almighty dollar.
You know, it's unfortunate to see him take that money. He took the quick nickel over the long dollar because I think this kid has the potential to have a very bright future in this business. And winning the title tonight could have been huge for him.
And here comes Howdy Price. And the champion saying, look at the gold. Yeah, they look pretty proud of themselves, pretty happy with themselves. First off, Levi Shapiro, let's not forget how he won the title with a loaded glove, a big shot followed by the claw on Dan Joseph. And now, if we're to believe what we've seen, he intends to defend it by paying off a 19-year-old Jack Cartwright in his first title defense.
You talk about being disappointed in Jack Cartwright for taking the cash, but what about Howdy Price and Levi Shapiro for going so low to stoop to that level?
That's what I'm saying, yes, of course.
You know, nothing's a surprise for me for these two.
That's also an excellent point. Well, I don't know what to look for here, but let's set the stage for whatever it is. Adnan Qureshi, take it away.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the United Television Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. From Sacramento, California, weighing in at 185 pounds, Jack Cartwright. And introducing the champion, being accompanied to the ring by Howdy Price. From Richmond, California, weighing in at 210 3/4 pounds, he is the United Television Champion, Timeless Levi Shapiro.
Is it timeless or is it gutless? Is it timeless or is it shameless, Levi Shapiro?
Shameless indeed.
You know, they say if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And Levi Shapiro is for sure cheating.
Well, quite frankly, I hope possession's 9/10 of the law. You already got their money. I hope that Cartwright takes it right to the champion. It still takes his opportunity. Are you kidding me? The fix is in.
What?
Cartwright has stood up to everything that Championship Wrestling has thrown at him. Are you kidding me?
This is an unbelievable part of combat sports, is guys taking dives just for a few extra O's on their paycheck.
Would you ever do that, Blake, if the money was right?
There couldn't be enough O's on my paycheck to take a dive and swallow my pride like that. If someone's going to beat me, they're going to have to take one from me.
Oh, but no, but he did what you paid him to do. He laid down and now it's still. This is.
Here is your winner and still United Television Champion, Levi Shapiro.
I have no sympathy for Cartwright. He took that claw after taking a dive.
But again, like Alyssa, you said, he's 19 years old. He's in college. He's got to find a way. I mean, I think there was a lot of money in that envelope.
Whoa!
What is Howdy doing now? Enough's enough. Leave the kid alone.
Oh, come on. Insult to literal injury.
I thought he was getting off easy just taking the claw.
Oh, no, you disgusting pig.
Levi Shapiro, you're fresh off your first title defense, but I've got one question. What was that?
That was pure dominance, Bimbo, right, Howdy?
How it sure was, bread boy, because you see here, Bimbo, Levi Shapiro just wrapped up the first chapter of a long and epic title reign. That young man, he thought that he could just step up to the charging bull with the iron claw and the big gold belt. Chapter 1 finished. The next chapter, it's going to be even more epic because this is going to be a fantastic journey for the Price Check Ranch, for Levi Shapiro, and the Television Championship.
All right. I think there's a lot more to this story. I think the fix might have been in. But that is going to do it for this edition of Championship Wrestling. We will see you next week.
Pay attention. This is your weekly reminder that we are everywhere, administering the vaccine to you through your screen, in the ring, in the locker room, and in the United Wrestling Network boardroom.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the United Wrestling Network.